The night is scripted. We did not write it. Much as we might like to think we are original sinners, oh no. This sin was scripted out in some seedy story, some pulp novel, noir film, probably some rock and roll tune, too, a long time ago. The moment motels first sprang up like weeds along the highways, our story was written for us. First, we gotta get drunk at some nowhere divey dive, where the whiskey is bad, syrupy, oily, but at least it's cheap, and peanut shells crunch under our feet, and all the regulars stare at us when we push quarters into the jukebox slots to play Tom Petty and AC/DC. Or maybe we'll just sit in the back of your car, feet out the open doors, drinking from a flask one of us stuck in our coat pocket, or a couple 40-ounces of cut-rate beer, flat and sweaty and breadheady. Look up at the sky. It's a neon moon tonight. And the parking lot will sparkle, dirty and wet. It's always just rained or is about to, and hey, I'm wet, let's get dirty. You'll go pay for the room because they charge less for one person, but the man behind the counter will smirk at you because he knows. Very few people come to these kinds of places alone. We'll creep into the room, clandestine is the word of the hour, flip on the bare buzzing bulb, and it will swing a jaundiced yellow glare across the walls which are stained with, I don't want to know what. There will be a television with rabbit ears which only gets 2 channels, but we're not here for TV. There will be a radio that only tunes in AM stations, so if we wanted we could listen to fire and brimstone evangelists preaching against our drink, our lust, or if we prefer there's a station playing a pop song about a groovy kind of love. And I'll keep scanning for a few minutes. Suddenly I really need to hear Under the Boardwalk, or hear truckers calling out over their CBs, but all I find is the drone of no channel, so I'll give up and switch it off. There will be a painting above the bed, a pastel landscape done in globbed-on oils, bought at some arts and crafts fair, a landscape of beach grass and seashells, even if the nearest beach is hundreds of miles away. The painting is all faded now, but it's a nod to the days when this establishment claimed respectability. Maybe there will be a Gideon's Bible in the nightstand drawer, maybe there won't, but it don't matter either way. All motel rooms are pretty damn unholy. We'll sit on top of the crusty bedspread, smoke cigarettes, smoke joints, anything to diffuse the insidious violence of the mildewed air. We'll talk, but we won't look at each other. We'll try to ignore the cockroaches scuttling across the filthy floor. And then it will happen. It will happen. The reason we're here. All our lust and our fear bursting forth from us, and we'll add our own stains to the history of bodily fluids already on the bedspread, the sheets, the mattress. We'll fuck in the bed, and again atop the cigarette-burned desk, and again in the scummy shower, and in the bed, again, again. We'll leave the room before the sun has come up. We both have to work in the morning, get back to the day-to-day of our lives. Or we'll sleep for a while, sweaty bodies stuck to each other, so sticky, so hot it's uncomfortable. You'll get up and switch on the air conditioner, which clanks and rattles like an old man with emphysema. We'll sleep for a while or lay half awake in the dark, pretending to sleep, listening to the rumble of semis on the Class B highway outside. Inevitably, one of us will leave while the other is still asleep, or still lying there, pretending to sleep, because this is scripted and lest we forget our lines, leave without saying goodbye. That's why we're here, baby. That's why we're fucking here, and not in my car, or at your apartment, or at my house, or in your tour van, or anywhere else one of us might leave reminders behind for the other to find. We don't want to get too attached. There is something of a farce to this, too, you see, something false. We are, of course, already attached, but when you fuck at a motel, it's easier to pretend it's just about the sex. And it won't protect your heart from breaking, but at least you'll have no one but yourself to blame, and you can save face. Tell your friends, there's nothing to it. It's summer, we were drunk, we were stoned, we fucked, that's all. One of us will leave while the other is still asleep. Get in a car and drive, squinting toward the sunrise wound on the horizon, blasting something sentimental on the tape deck, feeling the bruises blossoming on our thighs and necks. We'll drive and refuse to look back. What about us? The problems of 2 people don't amount to a pile of condom wrappers in this crazy world, but we'll always have the Pine Valley, the Grade A, the Super 8, the King's Inn. Thank you.